From one trader realizing a loss of $2.8 million to another turning just 1.6k into $92,000 in a single month, we are going to go over the most insane trades of this week. A trader who goes by Gardo Pepe realized a loss of $2.8 million, and most of this loss came in just this past month. On the first screenshot, we can see that he lost $282,000 on Intel, $270,000 on BERT, and $100,000 on CING, PET, and Nvidia. On the second screenshot, he lost $165,000 in Tonix Pharmaceutical, with lots more losses coming from different positions. On the third one, he realized a loss of $926,000, with most of it coming from Nasdaq futures. And finally, he lost a lot of money on DJT, GameStop, and Taiwan Semiconductor. So yeah, he lost $1.5 million on Robinhood, with around 800k on options and rest on stocks. And he lost about $1.3 million on Webull, with around 900k in futures and the rest on stocks and options. He started trading options in July and futures about a month ago. Needless to say, he ain't touching no more. A trader who goes by Mr. B witnessed something incredible. His wife just started trading options and is up 3k so far. On the all-time chart, she's up by 90% or $26,000, with her account being worth about $55,000. Now, to be honest, her chart doesn't look that consistent, but still, in November she managed to trade with an insanely high 71% win rate, and in December with an even higher 80% win rate. She's been watching him trade options for a while and decided to take a stab at it. Here are the taken positions. She's new at reading charts, so she just looks at the candles and follows the trend, with her latest play being $80 and $87 calls for Palantir expiring in a week. Her strat has been micro gains and selling profits and buying back in. If she stuck to her strat, she would have sold these on Friday, but this time she decided to just hold and assess on Monday market open. Her current strat is to keep losses to minimum, which is why she plays micro gains. So she switched margin and got restricted for too many day trades. That negative $642 Apple skid mark is from not having buying power for a play that would have hit. The other losses were learning experience. A trader who goes by Dylan changed his life with options. In the past month, he's up by 5,524% or $90,498, bringing his account all the way up to $92,136, meaning that less than a month ago his account was worth just $1,600. He just turned 19 years old, feels truly blessed, and doesn't even know what to do. Believe it or not, but all money has been withdrawn. He works for a tax and asset management group, so he learns a lot from some really smart people. A trader who goes by Justice made a 100% gain today with 0-day still expiry SPY options. Yeah, on December the 20th, he turned about $6,000 into $50,000. Meanwhile, he's up by almost 40% or $98,000 on his year-to-date chart, bringing his account value to about $343,000. He opened this account in March or so and transferred in about 180k of Amazon shares he got from grants when working for the company. He sold half and has been playing with the other half. He made this huge daily gain because the market crashed on the words of J. Powell the day before. Then the CPI came in and was the exact opposite of what he said that day. So no reason for a crash. He figured there would be a rebound, so he just bought contracts and said YOLO. He never YOLOs with a lot of money. This was his biggest 0-day still expiry play ever. He sticks to 5k or less and will continue to do so. He does it for the game. He doesn't think he's good. He's lucky and his thought process paid off. This just gets him 5 more pulls of the slot machine on the house. If he does better than 50-50, his net grows. He learns something from every trade. That makes him better, he would imagine. A trader who goes by Crime Master GoGo says that if you can't stomach a 200k loss in 3 months, you shouldn't be investing. Yeah, in the past 3 months, he's down by 29% or $188,000, with his account consistently falling. Because his portfolio favors Kamala winning, blue blood companies with fundamentals. A trader who goes by Camarison Cannabis turned just $5,000 into $64,000 in an hour and a half. He bought 261 QQQ options at just 20 cents, and about 15 minutes before the market closed, he sold them all at $2.46. He had even more QQQ puts the day before, but the market was so bulled up, he figured they would just get wrecked anyways, so he closed them out. He got back in when he heard less cuts next year, as he figured the market would have an aneurysm, and it did. A trader who goes by Convex Dominant 6 bought the dip too early and got wrecked. He bought about 3,500 SPY cards with a strike price at $603, expiring in just 2 days. And now he's down by 85% or $335,125. He thought that day was definitely an overreaction. At one point all-time high. The week spike was the second highest percentage gain ever. He didn't really understand why the market dropped, as it was already pricing in only 2 to 3 cuts next year. The Fed was hawkish, but not hawkish enough to deserve this reaction. This mostly happened because of all the FOMO chasers that got liquidated. That should be a 1 or maybe 2 day cleanse before we start grinding back up. That's why just a day later he jumped back in with 3,600 SPY calls with a striking price at $596, expiring in 4 days. This time he made a gain of 110% or $361,368, completely offsetting the loss from the day before. He closed that position shortly after he posted this, and he bought more calls in the afternoon. And well, on those calls he made a gain of 148% or more than $500,000, bringing his position size to more than $138,000. A trader who goes by Blue Moon City was having such a great year until December. In December he went all in on AMD. So after his account was steadily rising over the course of the latter half of the year, it just lost all of its gains in a single month. He went all in on AMD because he's a dumbass who thought AMD can run higher. A trader who goes by YOLO Live Once had a great year thanks to MicroStrategy and Nvidia, as he's made a gain of $483,000. He left his job at Apple and said to corporate. He decided to day trade instead of lead peons down the corporate tech track, trying to climb up the ladder. He's not sure if making this money was more stressful or presenting to Tim Cook and telling his teams to off. Not having anyone to be accountable to but himself is goddamn amazing. He also does need to listen to whiny ass new MBAs and PhDs from top universities asking him to mentor their asses to be a corpo slave. A trader who goes by Agent Smith 667 made 62k in losses over 3 years. With his account consistently falling, he's down by 95% or $62,000, leaving him with about $3,000. He started trading options back in February 2021. He has not been profitable since he started. He's lost the equivalent to a 1-year salary. He has tried using unusual options flow since the beginning of this year, and while he had some success, the market took back all of it. Had he invested in SPY these past 3 years, he would be up by 30%. He lost a lot of money, but most importantly, he lost 3 years that he could have used for investing in other stuff. To those who are in a similar situation, know that you are not alone. 90% of the earnings plays ended in a loss. Only 10% were profitable. He bought options right before earnings, and when the news came out, the stock either moved in the opposite direction of the trade or sideways. A trader who goes by OKBeach2838 made 200k in just 53 days. It appears that he went all in into Palantir, with his position and consequently his account being worth $447,000. He's saying that this is the final post until a $250,000 investment reaches $1 million. 5 to 10 years hold, so 1,772 days remain before taking chips off the table is a consideration. With a $45 a share cost basis, he purchased at the very top according to some. His advice is to play the long-term game. Pick a stock you believe in most with where technology technology is headed. Be in for 5 to 10 years and do nothing. Reassess in 2029 to 2034. Spend all the extra time you would have spent day trading however else you choose. That's it. A trader who goes by the time played blew up his account and just accepted his new job. Year to date he's down by 99.93% or $8,434, leaving him with $6.15. Initially he did make one small gain before his account started just consistently falling. His only peak in the beginning was his first option trade on Amazon. He made 2k and thought he was a genius. He started buying random stock options by looking at graphs, thinking he had some godlike sixth sense that no one else has. He blew his first initial deposit of 2k in 2 weeks on random options with random strike prices. He was trying to hit the next 2k to 50k option trade. It didn't work out, so now he was thinking, okay, lesson learned. So he decided to do 0-day seal expiry options with SPY and got hooked, turning $100 into $900 in a day. He thought he had a system down and just slowly chipping away, and him adding $400 increments to fit his addiction until now. A trader who goes by decent stocks took 7 years to get his money back and some. On August the 13th, 2018, he opened this account with about $109,000. Since then, his account has been consistently falling until he made it all back and almost doubled his starting position in just a week, making a 470% or $166,000 gain, bringing his account to more than $200,000. As he made this gain with HIMS, then Amazon, and finally Google. Dream trades. He hated himself for so long for losing close to 70k. He always held trades too long because of PDT, but never had an issue picking winners. He decided to finally deposit enough last week to day trade with no PDT worries for one last chance at getting his money back, and it was life changing. Not everyone makes it out of these holes, and he's aware that he had some luck. But if you're in the same position as he was, just know there is always a chance. He's wiring out 175k tomorrow to pay off his car and a bunch of other debts, and is letting the 26k ride. Good luck everyone. And if you want to see what happens when you fire your financial advisor, click on the video that just popped up. If you like my content, make sure to subscribe, and thanks for watching.